Welcome to Surrey Pension Fund's My Pension Portal tutorial series. In this video, we'll walk you through the benefit calculator tools available on My Pension Portal. Our online retirement calculators will help you work out what you're likely to receive when you retire. Please note, the details and figures shown in this tutorial are for illustrative purposes only. They do not reflect real member data. Let's get started. You can navigate to the Benefit Calculator section on My Pension Portal in two ways. First, via your dashboard. Scroll and find the Benefit Calculator section and select Calculate My Benefits. Alternatively, scroll to the top of the page and find the menu. Here, you will be able to select Benefit Calculators. Benefit Calculators page. These tools help you estimate your future pension benefits based on different scenarios as a member. An active member will have two main options. The first option is the active to deferred calculator for estimating your pension if you leave your job before retirement. The second option is the retirement calculator for calculating how much you could receive when you retire. If you are a deferred member, meaning you are no longer paying into the scheme, you will have the retirement calculator available to use. On this page, you will also have a link to external resources such as the State Pension Calculator, where you can find out if you are eligible for a state pension and what you might receive. In this video, we will be going through the active to deferred calculator and retirement calculator. Let's start with the active to deferred calculator. Your deferred benefit options page. Leaving your job shifts your active pension to a deferred state, still growing until your retirement. You can calculate its value by using our deferred benefit calculator. You have the flexibility to retire up until the day before your 75th birthday. Under the Pension to Calculate subheading, you will be able to find your active records. If you had several active records, you would be able to select the relevant posts in a drop-down under the subheading. You will need to enter a date leaving current employment to start your calculation. You can select any date from the day you ran your calculation onward. Past dates cannot be selected. Please note, the Advanced Options drop-down will appear once you have run your first calculation. Once you have chosen your dates, select Calculate My Results. Advanced Options. If you expand the drop-down, you will be able to modify your care pay value or final salary pay value to give you a more precise estimate of your potential retirement results. Your results. Your results will include a pension available from date, a spouse's pension figure, and an annual pension figure. The figures above are for illustrative purposes only. Upon your retirement, your employer will provide us with your final pay figures, which may result in slight changes to the quoted amounts. Let's now go through the retirement calculator. Remember, you can access this page via your dashboard or via the menu at the top of the page. Let's navigate via the menu at the top of the page. Retirement calculator. You have the flexibility to retire anywhere from 55 to 75 years old. It is important to note that adjustments will be made to your pension based on the age you choose for retirement. Please note, the government has announced the earliest age that you can take your pension will increase from age 55 to 57 from the 6th of April 2028. This will not apply to ill health retirements. Should you have multiple records with us, you will be able to select between your records under the What Pension Are You Calculating subheading. If you only have one record, you will see your current job title. Once you have selected the record you want to run the calculation for, you can enter a date under the What Date Do You Want to Retire subheading. Your calculator will automatically display your normal pension age as the default. However, you retain the flexibility to choose any retirement date up to the day before your 75th birthday. Advanced Options. You can update the care pay and final salary pay figures to get more accurate estimates of your potential retirement income. The default figures are based on your earnings. These fields are optional and you do not have to change them if you are unsure. Once you have chosen a date and are happy with the figures, select Calculate My Results. Your retirement results. Once the calculation has been completed, you will be shown your maximum annual pension option and your maximum lump sum option. The maximum lump sum option will let you know what your reduced annual pension figure will be if you were to take your full lump sum. In the area below, you will see any increases or deductions of your pension based on the retirement date you have chosen. This example record shows an increase as the date selected is past the example record's normal pension age. However, if you were to choose a date before your normal pension age, any deductions to your pension would be shown here also. Let's enter an earlier retirement age to see how this would affect our results. As we selected an earlier retirement date on the example record, the text now states, as you have chosen to retire early, the above figures have decreased by, followed by a figure. Let's continue to the Personalize Your Pension area, where you can personalize your pension by adjusting the slider or entering figures in the boxes. The default shows your maximum annual pension figure. If we adjust the slider all the way to the right-hand side, we'll see our maximum lump sum option and how that will affect your maximum annual pension figure. The limits of the slider will reflect the figures we saw in the previous section. Let's adjust the slider to see how increasing the lump sum affects your annual pension. We can also enter specific figures which will affect what you could receive. Let's start with your annual pension figure. If you had a specific minimum annual pension figure in mind, you could enter this into the annual pension box. For example, if we enter £6,000, we can note how this would affect the one-time lump sum figure. Similarly, if you had a specific lump sum figure in mind, you could enter it in the one-time lump sum box. For example, let's enter £20,000. The calculator will adjust the annual pension figure accordingly. The figures above are for illustrative purposes only. Upon your retirement, your employer will provide us with your final pay figures, which may result in slight changes to the quoted amounts. You can also download your results as a PDF. Select Download Results. In order to keep your personal details safe, make sure to download on a personal device or computer.